I'm sure to some men it is. For me, only speaking with regards to partner selection, it would be dishonest to say that it won't enter my mind and enter into my calculations. But honestly, it will matter very little. What matters is who they are now. For me, sexual history doesn't matter at all outside of that. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you know what's interesting? I just thought about this. Maybe the principle of marginal utility applies here because you think about it like if a woman has like 1 to 5 partners, that's like a big gap. But if she gets to like 20, 30 and onward, each one matters less and less because it's like
Hmm.
she reaches a certain point. I mean, I wouldn't mess with her at all. But if it's like 1 or 2 partners versus 5, there's kind of a point, and I'll get into the study below, where they've shown that like once a woman passes 5 partners, she's more likely to divorce. So it's like it's interesting in a way. Like that just occurred to me as I'm reading this, but like for me, again, it's within reason. Like, I'm not going to talk about my own relationship; it's too personal. But like, if a woman has very few partners, that's good. If a woman had, a handful, I would say that's okay. But once she starts getting to like 10, 15, 20, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know. And it's like, I think most men who are looking for a serious long-term relationship, if they knew and understood this stuff fully, they would agree. Because, there's that whole thing, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But what the other explanation I've heard is biologically, men didn't want women who slept around because they wanted to ensure paternity. Because you think about it, there weren't DNA tests way back when. That's a recent phenomenon. So it's like, do you want to raise a kid that's not yours? Most men don't want to. No.
Yeah, and that's another thing where sexual history might not matter if you're not really too interested. Some guys are too old. Some people, it was mentioned, some people could just be entirely asexual, so they're entering a relationship for other reasons. In that situation, they don't really care. And we've talked about the opposite. Some people could be polygamous, and for that one, a long promiscuous history of promiscuity might be a positive. So if
Yeah.
somebody's looking for just, I want one partner for life, and we just stay with each other and we think we can find ways to actually satisfy each other, then if somebody has shown a history of having relationships with single people, even if it's serial monogamy, but they haven't shown that they're cheating or they're breaking up, then they can kind of get some kind of understanding with that kind of situation. And it's like I was saying, it's for you, for what actually fits you in your actual situation. That's the thing that matters. It's not the only thing, but it's something that's going to factor in. And the most important thing of all this, with their sexual history, are they willing to even have intercourse with you to begin with, if you're interested in sex? Because if somebody has slept with no one and they're not willing to have sex with you, it doesn't really matter. If somebody slept with like hundreds of people and they're not willing to have sex with you, their sexual history also doesn't really matter. So the one that really matters is, are you willing to actually have some kind of relationship with an actual person in that sense? But yeah. Thank you for listening. This has been a clip from an actual longer recording that I'll try to leave a link to on the screen or somewhere around here where you're listening to this.
Presents. 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 Presents.
Peasants.
Okay. Okay.